So, I'm a big believer in coaching, obviously, right? Not only have I invested myself and my vision of my company into offering coaching for female entrepreneurs, but I have invested tens of thousands of dollars into mentorship and coaching as I work to scale my empire. And so I believe this is a very, very effective way to invest your time, energy, money into getting where you want to be in your business. And since we always want to have this training be about ways to grow your impact and income, I'm excited to talk to you today about 3 to 4 things that you should look for as you're considering hiring a coach and knowing if that coach is in alignment with where you want to go. Okay, so let's dive in. First, I want you to really think about where do you want to be in your business, in your life, 6 months to a year from now. What is that clear vision? And whenever I speak to somebody who's considering hiring me to be their one on one coach or to join the inner circle, that is one of the first questions I ask them. I want to know their vision. I want to hear the results that they're hoping for. So you need to know that from yourself. And then you want to identify, has that coach been where you are wanting to be? So that's like number one. First thing as you're considering hiring a coach is, has your coach been where you want to be in 6 months to a year? So you got to identify what that is, and you got to figure out, has that person been there? So obviously for me, I have, scaled 3 companies to that 6-figure mark. And so that's what I help other women do. So I'm not teaching something I haven't done myself. And in fact, a ton of my curriculum, a ton of what my worksheets and spreadsheets and things are things that I have developed for myself or for the women I'm coaching, like in the moment. And so even my video trainings are like, so this is how that worked in my photography company, or blah 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 blah, right? So you want to really get like, okay, if you're wanting to learn about funnels, automation, ads, you want to know that your coach has had a ton of success in that area. And so I remember when I was, a couple of examples of my own kind of experience of working with coaches. I remember as I was considering hiring somebody, I had to like, in that conversation, I was like, can you like brag on yourself a little bit? Can you share a little bit about your success around this place? Because I wasn't sure if like she was just a step ahead of me or if she was quite a few steps ahead of me. And that was a really important question for me to ask, because it turns out she was incredibly humble and has had a ton of great results in her company where I was looking. So another time I hired a coach, and it turned out that she was really just one step ahead of me. And so it was I definitely got transformation. I definitely got results, but it was very clear that in some places I was at the same level or maybe even a bit more advanced than where she was. And so I definitely stalled out on my potential growth there. So number one, when you're considering hiring a coach, know where you want to go and make sure that coach has been there before. Okay, next thing you want to see is testimonials. Let's dig in and see what are clients saying about their experience with their coach. And so make sure to check their website, their social platforms. That's going to help you feel so confident in making a financial decision that is significant. And it really helps you see like what types of people does this coach work with and what kind of results are they getting. Something really cool in my coaching experience and what my clients say and that I love, and I know this in the back end. A lot of times I don't lead with this, like, hey, let's change your life, let's change your confidence, let's change your mindset. Because a lot of times women are coming to me and they're like, I need to dial in my pricing, my packaging. I need to figure out how to work less. I need to start making more. And so I lead a lot of my content with those things. But what's the best part about it, and the thing that I hear consistently from my clients, is how much they personally changed and how they are a completely different person and how proud they are of that, that their relationships are healthier, their marriage is healthier, they're way more confident, they're pressing into whole new spaces that they never even thought were possible. They're losing weight, like they're getting up early, they have routines, like all these amazing things. I mean, secretly, that's a huge reason, it's not really a secret, why I do this coaching thing. Yeah, sure. I want to make you a lot of money. I want you to feel so aligned in your business. And that's, that's the tool I use to also change women's lives. And so look at those testimonials, listen to people. Sometimes even when people are in that buying decision, I'm like, talk to this gal, talk to this gal. You're going to relate to her story. She's going to maybe help you bounce off these thoughts and ideas. Okay. All right. So check out those testimonials. That's a really important thing. Okay. Next is their ethos, chemistry, vibe. I think this is so important. Like, you want to feel like you can trust this person because you're about to step into and underneath their leadership and into their experience. And so you're going to be trusting them with your precious baby of your business, right? And so you want to be sure that, like, hey, I love how she is to the point. I love how she's like sweet but salty. Like, I love how she's, I love that you can tell that, like, she leads with impact and integrity. I like her delivery style. I like her teaching style. Those types of things are going to help you be positioned to really trust and to feel like, hey, I'm going to be able to listen and execute based on this person's leadership. And I think, like, the values of that person's character, those are really important things to consider because you can learn from a lot of different people, and you are a variable in that. And so how are you going to receive things well? That's really important. Okay, and the last thing I have is I made it the last on purpose because I think sometimes we can work to try to, like, emphasize this too much. And so I want it to be something that you think about, but not maybe the number one thing you consider as you make your decision. And that is the deliverables of the program you're signing up for. What I always say is focus on the transformation. If your goal is to figure out how can I become a podcaster, okay, and that's my dream, that's my vision. You want to make sure that that's the transformation that you're getting through the experience in the program with the coach. And you don't need to necessarily, the modality of how that is. Okay, you get one-on-ones, or you get group, or you get this or that. Like, that's very secondary, but it's still important. So, for me, I've become very clear on sort of the containers as well. And so, for example, I knew, like, the transformation I needed for this year is I really wanted to have a community aspect of, like, high level, like, women. And so that community and mindset were sort of my top. I wanted to think bigger. I wanted to be surrounded by people doing just as big of things as me, if not bigger. Really bigger, so that I could expand into that. And then, like, strategy was next. So I knew I wanted a group component. I really knew I wanted in-person along with a virtual aspect. So I was thinking through the deliverables. I think, sometimes people know they need the one-on-one. Some people like the group aspect is really powerful. The DIY, do it on your own. Maybe they want to, what is important to you in the deliverables? Have an idea about that, but be flexible as well. Okay, so if you are considering hiring a coach to grow your business, of course, I would love to have a conversation with you about that 6-month, 1-year vision to see if the inner circle working with me one-on-one would be a great fit for you. And we are opening the doors to the inner circle. And so we're really excited to start to allow some other women to join that experience. And I take a very, very select few people one-on-one. So right now that is not super open, but the inner circle is. And so if you are excited to press into not wasting time and money and energy and trusting someone who's been there before you and who can accelerate your growth and who can draw out the magic that's already inside of you. And as I talk to people who are having wins in my programs and stuff, I'm like, you know what? It was in you. Like my role is just to give you the tools to bring it out faster, to bring it out sharper. And so if this is something that you're interested in, I would love for you to press reply on this email, to send me the DM, to comment below, however you're seeing this video. I would love to be in touch with you and give you a really valuable conversation. And you'll walk away with some clarity around your business and if working together would be a good fit for you. So I'm excited to hear from you. I find it such a deep honor to get to join women in their journeys of making more impact and income in their world. All right, cheers for now.